How are we doing, guys? I hope you're all keeping safe. I hope you're all keeping well. I would like to welcome you to the first ever episode of the Golf Fashion Guy Weekly. This is going to be a weekly episode on the channel where I bring you up to date on all the recent news and developments from the world of golf fashion. If this is the sort of content that you like, don't forget to hit that like button and head down there and hit that subscribe button. We're getting closer to that 1K mark for that massive giveaway. So if you have not done so already, do hit that subscribe button for me. So with that being said, let's get into the first bit of news ever. I mean, this is hard-hitting journalism at its finest. So let's get into the first segment on the Golf Fashion Guy Weekly. So guys, the first story I want to bring you is out of Puma. But before we get into that, I just want to bring you up to date on the last few weeks of news. As it's the first episode of the Golf Fashion Guy Weekly, I want to bring you completely up to date. So when we do episodes in the future, I'm just recapping the previous week's news. So Rickie Fowler at the match where he and Matt Wolff teamed up against Rory and Dustin. He was wearing one of Puma's new tie-dye shirts. I don't know if you can quite call it tie-dye as blotch dye. I'm not really a fan of this shirt. I like the orange colourway, but Puma for me have never really nailed the fit of their shirts, and I think this design is just lacking ever so slightly. So unfortunately, it's going to be a pass from me on that. Next bit of news, Galvin goes green. So Galvin Green are trying to become one of the most sustainable brands in golf. They're bringing out 4 of their insular pieces made up of entirely recycled bottles. I love this movement. I love Adidas's movement with recycled plastic. So long may it continue, and a big shout out to Galvin Green for that. Moving on to news from Adidas. So this came out a couple of weeks ago. We should be seeing a new pair of Code Chaos shoes very soon. So this shoe, I believe, is called the Summer of Love. Official images did release a little while ago on social media of this shoe. I believe it was a shoe that was scheduled to release around the time of the PGA Championship. Now that's been moved back, it looks like this shoe might also move back as well. This is sort of what's happened now with everything that's been going on in the world. No one's been playing golf until very recently, so a lot of the brands have held back their releases until everyone's back playing golf. So hopefully we'll see this shoe when the PGA Championship comes around a little later in the year. I do really hope we do see this shoe because I feel like it could go down as shoe of the year for me. That might be a pretty hot take. I'm sure some of you will disagree, but I think that shoe looks awesome. Next bit of news coming out of Adidas is the Nations Pack. So I believe this Nations Pack was supposed to release in coordination with the Olympics. Unfortunately, that has been pushed back to 2021, but Adidas have released this pack anyway. Probably due to the fact that they had all of the stock already made up, and so with everything that's been going on, again, golf is just starting to come back, especially here in the UK, so it's a good time for brands to be releasing product, as golf is pretty much one of the only sports you can do at the moment. So pretty smart, I guess, on the brand's part. And plus, we get new product early. So who does not like new product a little bit early? So 5 colourways in this Nations Pack. You've got the UK, US, Canada, and then you have Japan and South Korea. So the South Korea colourway, I think, is probably my favourite, and then got to be repping that UK colour as well. These shoes are set to release sometime in June. I believe we're not going to get all of the colourways in the UK, and same with the US. I don't believe each country is going to get all of the colourways. They might get a couple. Going to be in June when these release, so do stay tuned for those. Okay, and moving on to Nike. So Nike Golf have brought out a new tie-dye collection, kind of similar to Puma in a way. This has got big Tony Finau vibes. I'm not really a fan of it. I don't really like the look of the polo where it looks like it's cotton, but it's not. It's made of more of a poly material. The design is kind of okay. If I was going to pick one of the polos, it would be the white and blue one. The other one, it's a big pass from me. So moving on to some shoe news from Nike. So Nike Golf are bringing out 2 new colorways of the Air Max 97 golf shoe. The last one we got was the Silver Bullet colorway. I did kind of like that one. I thought it was kind of cool, but I'm a big fan of at least one of the 2 that they're bringing out now. Early June, expect to see a black pair, and then later in June, expect to see a white pair. Similar thing with what Adidas are doing. Brands, now golf is back up and running, are going to be hitting us with product left, right and centre. So, I mean, I love product. For someone like me who loves golf stuff, shoes, this is going to be quite a time over the next couple of months. So the white colorway for me is a vibe. That is a summer classic. So do expect me to be picking up those. Fingers crossed. Hopefully, I'd like to check out those shoes, bring a little bit more Nike content to the channel. Moving on to Matt Wolf and the Peace and Love collection that Nike are going to be dropping. Hopefully they're going to be dropping it very, very soon. He was seen wearing a pair of Roshi. I never know how to pronounce it, so do forgive me on that. But he was seen wearing a pair of these shoes at the match that he and Rickie played a couple of weeks ago. I think they're awesome. I did put a poll up on my Instagram page, and about 90%, I think it was, said it was a big no. For me, I think these are a big yes. They're certainly something we've never seen on a golf shoe before, and for that, I kind of have to get on board with them. I think they're very, very cool. Brooks Koepka then also teased a version of his Infinity Tour shoe with the same sort of tie-dye effect. So hopefully these could come out in a number of different shoes, not just the Roshi and not just the Infinity Tour. We might see an Air Max 1 colorway of them as well. That'd be kind of cool. So expect to see that. That's probably going to be a little bit more into July, August that we might see those. That might even come out in collaboration with one of the major championships. Moving on to Brooks's Infinity Tour shoe. Looks like we might be seeing that shoe a little bit sooner rather than later. I think that shoe's looking at coming out in June. I know Trendy Golf and Golf Poser have already released images on their various social media channels of this shoe saying it's going to come out in June. We don't quite know when in June that is going to be, but I have to check out this shoe. Looks kind of funky. I really don't know if I like the look of the outsole on them, but anything with Flyknit, anything with React, I can kind of get on board with. So really interested to see the technology in this shoe. Brooks Koepka has been instrumental in designing these shoes, and the design of the outsole has sort of been designed using his pressure map during his golf swing. Now, if they've been designed for Brooks Koepka's pressure map, I know my pressure map is nothing like Brooks Koepka's pressure map, so interested to see how those outsoles work for the average golfer, but hopefully going to grab a pair, hopefully bring you a video to the channel. So guys, that is my roundup of all news in the world of golf fashion. So thank you very much for tuning in. If you have not done so already, do hit that subscribe button down there for me. We're getting very close to that 1,000 subscriber giveaway. Cannot wait to give away a few bits to all of you subscribers out there. So thank you very much. If you're already subscribed, big shout out to you. If you did like the video, do drop a like, and hopefully I'm going to be bringing you one of these videos during the week, and then I'll bring you a product review at the weekends. That's kind of how I'd like the videos to go from here on out. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you all very, very soon.